depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest. You'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team... win last week, they're really...
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And able to get this out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Call that a gain of 11. He'll drop to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Back to throw here. Wide open receiver, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Now back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the second round and move on, they've got to focus on the good that they did in the wild card victory. At the top of that list, protecting the football. Got a little careless last week. A few got away from it. Might not be so fortunate this time around. And if that's the case, they'll end up going home.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A first down carry for Barkley. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Hurts going to keep it running right. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off, because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. On 1st down, they'll start out with Mack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hayes. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the 1st down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
Well, warm up QB2. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Hayes. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
That's caught left side by the tight end, Gray. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Mack on the counter. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw here. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on 1st and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. They'll drop to throw. This to the outside from Mack. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Jalen Carter in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. And his kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? Well, on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoff. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, you know, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
Throwing is Hurts. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going deep this time for Miller. That's caught inside the 20. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. And a huge play that time. 56 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big, big yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. He'll look to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Hayes. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down. Here's the option. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles defense able to hold. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. Second down and 6 now. Here's Hurts to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Barkley, inside handoff. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Now a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Graves. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Hurts going to keep it running left. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Brian Burns, his second sack of the night. And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
He completes this one to Mack.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds his man, complete. It's Hayes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He dumps it off to Barkley. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. His throw incomplete.
That right there, his first incompletion so far in this game, Charles. He was 9 of 9 before that.
Yeah, I think that qualifies as being locked in. And then you have to ask him the question, so what caused the incompletion? Come on, man, get back on your game. Let's go.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Let's take it inside his own 40. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going.
He finds his man, complete. That's Hayes. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
They're going to look to throw.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw here.
That is caught.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
If you missed the first half, there's not much to get you caught up on. Just the lone field goal accounting for the entirety of the scoring. A 3-0 game to this point, as both defenses have been strong so far.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They go right back to Mack. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. He's got it to the 43 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. 30 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because You have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. They'll go to Barkley again. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, Barkley. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics. He's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside play.
This to the sideline and over everybody, incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this.
Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Eagles are back within a score. So it took them a little while, Charles, but now they have their first points of the game, and they come here in this third quarter.
And more often than not, Brandon, when that happens, you find yourself down 21, 28 points, and not really with a lot of hope, but with that touchdown, they're right back in this game.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Got to give credit to both defenses because they've been able to keep the points down. And despite that incompletion, I like the way he's playing. He's putting up decent numbers. What he has to do, find a way to make that sound read and hit that one home run before this one's over.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Throwing is Hurts. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st. Now back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They go play action with Hurts. Complete. Smith has it. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Here's Hurts to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Graves. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Graves. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle is going to leave him about a yard or so short. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming from the right hash. This from 33. The kick by Elliott is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, fourth quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. A run up the middle with Mack. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 61 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. He finds his man, complete. It's Hayes. So the pitch and catch good for 11, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A good pickup there at 22. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 10 more there and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Tracy going to get it on first down. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And his guys have taken the lead.
And this is the time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score. A 10-play drive that time, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And that is incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at the 33. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A run by Mack to start the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Hayes. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. This a give to Mack running to the right. Down to about the 37. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 80 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. They'll go again here with Mack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go with Mack here up the middle. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
And he is going to have a first down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory.
It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.